Welcome back to Kirby.
Yeet Squad, where you throw things.
Welcome back to Kirby Squeak Squad, where we go to college.
Not where we go to Greece.
No, I get it, because the fucking whole sorority names and stuff are like Kappa, Sigma, Spaghetti, or something like
Wait,
that.
that's not is that sororities and fraternities both? Because I know fraternities.
so.
Yeah. It's both.
So do sororities. Hey, can we just confirm at what time we're at? Because my thing was slow again and I tried to
31,
compensate.
32, 33, 34, 35.
I am 1 second ahead. I think that'll be okay.
Spoiler.
Technically, you could
Carrie,
pause for 1 second and unpause.
Oh man, I get to see the future, you guys! This is so exciting.
Things in the
Carrie,
future!
Oh no, they can save me! In the future!
Yeah, the thing I've noticed with my videos is that when I press play, they usually don't start up automatically, so I should try starting a little bit earlier than when Evan says go, but then sometimes I'm randomly surprised by them starting up right away, so...
Well, does it happen even when you start the video, go back, and then pause it? Does it even happen when you
That's exactly what I did, and it still does that.
Oh my god, that's...
I usually press play in the dead time between one and go.
You know
That's really smart, I think I'll try that.
You know another alternative is?
What?
Downloading the video from Drive.
That's
Yeah.
true. I don't have the storage space. My 90 terabytes of porn are taking.
Gabe.
I made that.
I'm sorry, but that's not the first time I've heard that kind of joke.
No,
That was the first time I've heard it.
Well, so like not from Gabe specifically, but it's like in Code Mint where Lelouch tries to get access to someone's mech, and like in the actual show, he uses his mind control powers to do it. But it like in Code Mint, he's just like, hey, I got the CD here with 12 terabytes of pornography. I gotta analyze this right away. And then like several episodes later, he's trying to Lelouch is trying to access the disc. He's just like, hey, I can't get this disc to, like, he's like calling like a tech service guy. He's like,
We're in
I
the
can't get this disc
tropics.
to load. Do you remember what's on the disc? And he's just like flashbacking 12 terabytes of pornography.
There it is.
And then he just doesn't say it. But then later on, it's brought up again in the same episode. It's just like, hey, I heard you got 12 terabytes of pornography. Yeah, but it's nothing special. It's just like, I don't remember what it was, but the reaction was, ew.
We're back in Rice Krispie land. Oh, not anymore.
Actually, we're in clouds.
Yeah, now we are.
Clouds.
Kirby sure gets around, man. He was way at the North Pole, and now he was in the tropics.
And now he's in the sky.
Now he's underground.
Dreamland is a very buried place.
Yeah.
There are a lot of biomes in Dreamland, yeah.
And they seem to be quite close together. That or Kirby just travels at an incredibly quick speed.
So here's my question, okay? So Kirby comes from the planet Popstar, but is there like other places on planet Popstar that are not Dreamland?
Or is Dreamland a continent?
Well,
Or...
it may be a country since Dedede is the self-proclaimed king of Dreamland.
So Dreamland's a monarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Is Dedede actually the monarch, or is he just a figurehead?
He's self-proclaimed.
So
Does he make laws
oligarchy.
that people listen to and follow?
In the anime he does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Under the
Then he would be
pretense
the
of
king.
Mega killing them below his
Well, the
hammer.
wiki says
May
that
more like
Dreamland,
Mega killing them.
that Dreamland is a country on planet Popstar.
Huh.
Okay.
So
Or would it be called a
Dreamland
kingdom?
just has...
Oh, by the
No,
way,
it just could
I
be a
looked this up since our
country.
last recording session. Despite the fact that I could have sworn this was from another game, from a previous game, that it gave me Super Dreamland 3 vibes. It's actually one of the few songs in this game that's original.
Yep.
I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, alright, so, like, Dreamland features a wide array of both landscapes and
It's
inhabitants.
climates.
Its
Is it really
planet
just
has
a strip down the whole planet?
Its planet has a wealth in natural resources, having clean air and fresh water. Dreamland's demographics indicate that the Waddle Dee species make up the majority of the area's population. Besides the Waddle Dees, many other species live and thrive in Dreamland as well. The majority of the inhabitants and citizens are peaceful and carefree, however some of its inhabitants can be rather dangerous and violent. The country is under rule of King Dedede, who really has no interest in actual ruling. He holds little authority, so the inhabitants continue living as they've always been.
Fair enough. So it's he occupied their territory.
Yep.
How very colonial of him to do so.
Yes.
Also, the currency is D-bills.
Okay. Huh.
D-bills, interesting.
D,
And they
like
have,
the letter D or D-E?
Like
Or D-E-E?
D-bills.
Okay.
Huh.
And it like, yeah, they come in bills and coins, and they have King Dedede's insignia on them.
So he created a currency as well.
Yes, and for some reason he still can't afford monsters to clobber that there Kirby.
Maybe it's because it's not backed by the gold standard, so it has hyperinflation.
Wait a minute. So
Look at Kirby with the knowledge.
hang on. I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually just the case that Dedede isn't paying Nightmare Enterprises.
Oh.
Because that sounds like something Dedede would do.
Friend, Mr. Bubbles.
So he has this massive debt accumulated, but they sure seem to be willing to give him monsters in spite of that.
I'll
Yeah.
give you- Here you go, an IOU.
Listen
It's a metal-
listen here, Triple D. I may be a very handsome customer service agent, and I may be voiced by Dan Green, but I'm not stupid.
They're just like, literally, he has an entire like filing cabinet of IOUs. I pay all the time. What do you mean? He just pulls it out, but it's like a cartoon, comically long filing cabinet that like is longer than it appears on the outside. So he's just like he just keeps pulling it out.
You see,
There's more IOUs.
the thing is, I can actually see the anime doing a bit like this
Yeah.
too.
Where he just like keeps pulling it out, and then he like closes it, but it's like the size of a back to being the size of a normal
Yeah,
uh,
like a tiny
filing
card.
cabinet.
This guy looks so happy underneath all his bubbles. Oh,
Bubble crab.
He's a
is
crustacean.
crustaceans can experience happiness.
That's facts.
Yeah, I was a crustacean in my past life.
What kind?
A hermit crab.
Oh, that's right.
Wait
I
a
forgot we
minute.
established this.
That's why it's called the Krusty Krab.
What?
Because he's a crustacean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Krusty means crustacean. I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
realize that. I thought it was just called that.
The day Evan learned.
I just thought it was crusty, like a pirate was crusty because they don't shower that
I
often.
mean, yeah, it's also kind of possibly part of it because, like, no, Mr. Krabs isn't a pirate. He's a sailor.
He's
He's
a
not a
sailor. Yeah,
pirate.
he was in the Navy.
But I would imagine sailors also didn't get that many baths.
He's like a grizzled Popeye type sailor.
Yeah.
But he doesn't eat spinach. He fights with his money. He
Listen
fights
here,
for his money.
SpongeBob. There's 13 bad words. Don't you mean 7? Not if you're a sailor. Ark, 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 ark.
That's such a funny. I love that joke.
That's like such a weird joke too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, so what happens? Their words only sailor knows, or
Well,
only
it's
sailors know,
from the term swearing like a sailor.
Yeah, that's it.
right? But that implies one of two things: that there are swear words only sailors know, or that common words, which are normal in everyday life, become swear words if you're a sailor.
Oh.
You know, I like it when jokes have like layers that you don't realize until like years later as well.
Yes.
Like a perfect example is there was a Simpsons joke that I didn't realize the layer to it until my brother explained it to me a little while ago. But it's this sign that says, Sneed's Feed and Seed, formerly Chucks. And I thought the joke was just that it didn't rhyme before, but then if you try rhyming Chuck with the previous stuff, it becomes Chuck's fucking suck.
What? Okay. So what was it called at first?
It said so like the sign says Sneed's Feed and Seed, formerly Chucks. And I
That's
thought
instead of
I thought the
sneeze,
joke
speed, and
before was
speed.
just that meant
okay, I
it
get
didn't
it.
rhyme like that, but
Instead of
then I
sneeze,
realized
feed,
what it
seed,
meant if you
chuck,
actually
fuck,
rhyme
stuck.
it.
Chuck, fuck,
Because my
stuck.
brother
That's
had to
really funny.
explain it to me.
That's really good.
I wouldn't have gotten that on my own either, so that's funny.
Oh, good joke. Funny joke.
Funny
joke.
bird.
Funny bird. Funny Scarfy.
Funny Gabe.
Thank you.
No.
Oh. How long ago was it? There was a time in like, I want to say probably senior year of high school, where somebody would like say something to me, and I just respond with, like just a noise.
Bit.
That's it.
Bit.
B. Watch out for B. Yeah, just noise, and people would think I'm a fucking insane maniac, man, because I didn't interact with speech.
Animal
Rather
time.
noise. Spamnimal.
Animal.
Animal. After this recording session, I'm gonna go to Safe and get the animals.
I have not had Danimals in a long time. I don't even remember if they taste good or not.
That's what I don't either, so that's why I'm going to figure it out.
Drinkable yogurt stuff?
Then,
Well,
Am I
yeah.
wrong?
Well, like, I don't
Okay.
remember if it's, like, good or bad.
Hey, you know what else I forgot existed for a while?
Huh.
Trix
What?
yogurt.
Yeah, they're bringing it back.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that stuff.
Because I forgot that was a thing, because, like, I remember that was the very first Trix commercial I saw was for Trix yogurt, actually. Not that it was any different than typical Trix commercials. It's like,
Yeah.
the rabbit's got our tricks. We need to get it back. Ah ha ha, silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. You will never eat again. You will starve.
The thing is, too, is that they actually Trix yogurt was never discontinued, but you couldn't get it in those 6-packs. Would you like to know why I know this? I went online and looked up how to get Trix yogurt. You can get them in boxes of 100.
Excuse
What,
me?
at, like Costco or something?
Not at Costco. You have to order them.
So,
What?
the weird thing is, like, especially these days, I'm really not a fan of, like, fruit-flavored yogurt. Because a lot of the time it's, like, also, like, super chunky as well, and I don't like that.
Oh.
Texture. I dig it. Texture.
But, like, just, like, regular-ass vanilla yogurt, like, yeah, that's good to me.
Yeah, that's facts. Vanilla yogurt be kind of schmagging, bro.
I've been drinking this, I don't know exactly how I've heard it pronounced it many ways, but it's called, I call it kefir. Have you heard of it? It's like
I
a
haven't.
fermented milk product, but I use a goat milk version. It's stronger than yogurt in the sense that it has more probiotics.
Carrie drinks
Is it
goat.
KFIR?
Kefir.
Oh, I was gonna say if it's KFIR, I was like, oh, yeah, Israel made a fighter jet called the Kafir.
I'm sorry, at first I thought you were about to say KFC.
But it's not sweetened, so it's
The Colonel's yogurt.
pretty sour.
Colonel's
Ooh.
yogurt.
And I really like it. I've been mixing, since it's fruit season now, I've been mixing our local fresh fruit into it.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
strawberry season.
Oh,
Let's
so
go.
good. I've been buying so many strawberries.
I went to my mom's place recently because she's been growing her own, and she said she got a really big batch, and I was like, whatever.
Ooh.
She had a big batch, and I was
This is
like,
Awesome.
This is also like an Oregon
Vitamin
thing
C
specifically
time.
too, isn't it?
yeah, Oregon we're like known for strawberries because
Yeah.
they're kind
And
of the best.
the really good ones from here, you can't even ship out to other places in the United States because they're so fragile. So if anybody ever comes to visit Oregon during early June, 10 out of 10 get our strawberries.
We're a
Blackberry season's also really good too.
Yeah.
we're a pretty damn good agriculture state.
Yeah.
For as much as we boast about our, metropolitan area in Portland, and to be fair, that is where a lot of the income is. Our agricultural stuff, in the southern parts of Oregon are beautiful,
Yep.
and that's
we
Yeah.
why
also
they
have
want to
lumberjacking.
We have a lot of trees. In the
Yeah,
Green
it's-
State.
I like it. There's a lot of agriculture out where I live, too.
Yeah, up on
Which is
top of
kinda-
a mountain.
A mountain, yeah. Only one
And
mountain.
Not-
the peak.
Yes.
The peak.
The peak,
I have
yeah.
on the top of the mountain peak, I have a singular strawberry plant.
you gotta
That
grow
will
your
fit.
own food.
No,
'cause you
like
can't-
no, like
can't
what
go
I
to the store.
imagine. What I imagine actually is like it's like like super high peak mountain, ridiculously high altitude, covered in snow 24/7, and then there's just like an entire agricultural field at the top too. that's like well kept, well maintained, and the food's actually really good.
So is it a plateau then? Because if there's a peak, that means there can't be a field.
No. See, there's like it's what do you call them? There's a special name for like a hybrid where there's a peak on it, but like off to the side or on a slightly lower elevation, there is a plateaued part. But there's a specific name for that kind of mountain, and I forgot what it is. But I'm imagining that's what it's like.
Yeah,
it's like
if you remember,
you
let
live
me
on
know,
the
I'm
peak.
curious.
You live on the peak, but the field is on the plateaued part. Fuck, what's it called? I'm gonna look it up. I know we learned about it in geography.
Ha! You took geography?
I learned about it in geometry.
I dropped out of it after the first semester. I said, counselor, fuck that. She was like, all right, that's facts.
I took geometry in high school.
That's what she said. That's fact.
She said, that's facts. And I said, yeah, big facts. And she's like, no cap. And I said, on a stack. And she's like, all right.
God.
I'm starting to understand what this means, and I don't know how I feel about it.
It means you're learning my dialects.
I am.
God, math was like the bane of my existence in high school. Because, like, you know, the thing is, like, I had to take a summer course just to graduate without, like, repeating my senior year. Because of math and nothing else. I just needed half a credit more of math.
Wow.
Math. Gross.
And, like, probably not helping matters is that I also, like, at the beginning of the year had to retake a couple middle school classes because I was that bad at it. Okay, let me rephrase it, okay? It's not so much that I'm bad at math. It's just that I had no interest in learning math.
Yes. Math is big.
Evan can really apply himself when it's something that interests him.
Yeah, so, like, the thing is, like, because, like, the thing I've noticed is that, like, once I actually learned what the formula was, I'd actually be really, really good at it. Like, in math class. But I just didn't want to learn the formulas. You know how it is.
That's fair. I mean, it's hard to see their application when one's learning such a thing.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we're in...
If I get into a fist fight with somebody, I'm not going to be like, all right, let's see. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Now we take the... No, I'm going to be like, oh, I gotta punch this guy. Or give him the old 1-2.
Yeah.
I don't technically teach self-defense in high school. You can get in fights in high school. So, you need to take that application and put it to the test.
I work as a cashier, but, you know, I don't need to do any math. The system does it for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh, hey, bonky boy.
Sometimes I'll throw cashiers off guard. Well, one, because I pay with cash and not card, and people almost always expect me to pay with card, so they have to redo my transaction. And also, I sometimes throw off cashiers because I'll give them change in order to get me change back with the least amount of bills or coins, which will make it look like I'm giving them a weird number. And if they can't do math in their head, it would be like, why is she giving me these weird combination of bills and coins? But then, of course, it adds up to me getting a pretty even small number of change back rather than like 20 billion pennies.
Yeah, they call her cash and carry.
Cash, yes.
Is that just a local business, or is that like...
I actually don't know. I think it might be.
So should I cut that out?
We already know where we're from.
Well, see, like, because the thing is, like, we have, like, Dollar Tree. But there's also stores, like, Midwest called, like, you know, Family Dollar, Dollar General, stuff like that, where it's, like, dollar name, or name dollar, because it's cheap.
Is there a dollar store that's called Dollar Baby?
Dollar Baby.
Yep, it's specifically Portland-based.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Well, good thing I'm not from Portland.
Yeah, you're from...
I'm from Tallahassee.
Oh.
And it's also not called that anymore, too, so...
What's it called?
I'll talk about it later.
It's called Cash and Carry. It's called Heaven
Cash
and Evan.
Karaya.
Heaven and Evan.
Heaven and Evan. Interesting. Cash and Karaya.
Hey, we did it.
It's called
a secret
Gash
place.
and Gabe.
Fuck.
That's when you go punch people.
Yeah, that's when they start getting brawled out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time to spin!
It's time to speak.
Spin!
You gotta chase that chest. See, look, you gotta chase that chest. I remember
That was really fast.
I remember
creating
thinking this scene was the
friction.
sickest shit when I was a kid. When I played this part, it
That
was like,
specific part in Squeak Squad?
yeah, just fucking like racing to get the chest.
Wait.
I was like, oh, it's so fucking cool.
Earlier, didn't you say this was your first Kirby?
Yes.
Ah, so no wonder.
Yeah.
My
I was
my first Kirby was Superstar.
as a chilled, I was like, whoa.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Oh, hey, I recognize that theme.
Yep. It's the Battleship Halberd because we gotta fight the man himself.
So, you might be wondering why there's no sound effects. It's because...
Because you put in the boss theme.
Yeah, in the actual game, it plays Dedede's theme for some reason, and I thought, no way, we need to play the Superstar one.
Yeah.
This is, like, specifically a boss theme for Meta Knight, so, you know. It's also a really
are you
good
fighting
one,
him
too.
It is a
Are
very
you
good
fighting
theme.
him because he's mad at you for storming his place in the beginning?
Because he stole the
'cause-
chest, and we're
yeah.
trying to get the cake back.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't like about this particular Meta Knight battle, though, is that it's not, like, designed to be a sword versus sword, so if Kirby gets hit with the sword, he'll lose it, and you have to get it back.
Does Meta Knight look like a purple version of Kirby, like an inverted Kirby,
Yes.
when he takes off his
Yes.
helmet?
Yes, every
Oh.
single time that you beat Meta Knight in the Kirby series, his mask is split in two, you see his face, and he warps out of there.
You know, I don't think I've ever noticed that.
Meta
I
Knight
must have
has been
been looking
defeated.
at something else during those other times.
It's cake time.
This is the fourth
Finally.
time it's happened in the whole series, but the second time in this marathon.
Mm-hmm.
The chest
Yeah,
surrounding the
that was the first time I
strawberry
noticed.
shortcake is at hand.
Finally. Time to
I don't
eat.
know about that.
Kirby approaches the chest to rescue his delicious snack.
Out pops the IRS.
For what? Kirby did his taxes. It's the Squeaks. They followed Kirby. It's like, hey, we heard that you committed tax fraud. No, you're thinking of Yoshi. I did my taxes.
Oh, sorry, we're going back in the chest.
And now they're stealing the treasure chest. God.
Again.
That was... Without hesitation, the Squeaks open the chest. And eat Kirby's cake right in front of his eyes.
That's gonna be fun. You're gonna
Kirby's
feel a
eyes roll back
big
into his
wrath.
head, and when he reawakens, there's blood everywhere.
Yeah, so you're gonna feel big wrath of Kirby if that's
Kirby's
what happens.
cake. But there was no cake in the chest, only a dark, eerie
Oh.
cloud of smoke.
Yep. And now we get to the plot.
Wait, this whole part was just getting us to the plot?
The smoke envelops the Squeaks, well, DeRoche specifically, not the rest of the Squeaks, and disappears into space.
Penelope enveloped them into her black hole.
It's Penelope?
It's Penelope.
So yes, Carrie.
Looks like we did get
the
that
inst-
Hamtaro crossover after all.
The instigation was us losing the cake, but the plot is that there's some fuckery in the chest, and now Thoroch is
Kirby
an
must
asshole.
find the cake and solve the mystery of the creepy smoke.
Yep. There you go.
And so he departs for the stars.
Yep.
I like how at first you think Meta Knight is the villain, and then you think it's the Squeak Squad, and then now it's this weird chest thing.
Well, no. It's first you think it's Dedede, then you think it's the Squeaks, then you think it's
Oh,
Meta
I
Knight,
thought-
then you think it's the
Oh,
Squeaks
I'm
again,
sorry.
and now it's the dark, ominous smoke.
Yeah, I meant to say DDD instead of Meta Knight.
Yeah. All right. Next time on Smash Team Games, Escargoon is still working on the wall.
I forgot we established that.